Hi everybody, this is Sarah from Sarah's Emporium, here to do our weekly tarot reading. And as true to fashion, I am not prepared, so give me a second to get the date. I'm prepared to the point where I've done the pick a card, pick a piles, and I was really in the flow. There was quite a few surprises. I didn't look at all the cards, but there were a few piles have extra cards for certain things. Alright, so we are doing the reading for the 16th to the 22nd this time around. And I kind of have like this cool harvest theme going on. I know we're not there yet, and I know you guys don't want to rush it, because next thing you know, it is cold weather if you're up here in the northern hemisphere like I am. But it is what it is right now. So let's get to it. If you want to take a second and just take a look at the cards and see which pile resonates for you. And once you have figured it out, you can go down into the description box and find the timestamp there. I'll also have a listing of all the decks that I use. Now I'm just stacking up with, you know, every deck that I use in general. Like, I'm not even going to bother changing it. I'm just going to keep adding when I can add. Feel free to subscribe at any point in time. Click the like button. That way I know you actually like having these pick a pile readings. And leave a comment if anything resonates with you, okay? So that being that, let's move on to pile number 1. Okay, hi pile number 1. This is your weekly reading. And if you pick this pile, it resonates with you. If nothing resonates with you, maybe another pile will. I also didn't clarify, but I also have clarification cards from the Lonely Dreamer Oracle deck, or tarot deck, for anything that we might have questions on. So let's start off with our Universal Folk Oracle. And we have the Quickening, Discovery, Acceleration, Knowledge, and Source. Oops, so sorry. I'm trying to still fuss with my lighting here. So I'll bring it up to you. It's not going to focus. Nope, doesn't want to focus, but that's what we have. This is kind of a new to me deck. I haven't had a chance to play around with it too much. It's very beautiful illustrations and stuff. You can see that there's the Stonehenge in the background with the moon, and she has a lamb with her. Clear quartz is her crystal with a little bit of silver. That's on her wand. As you gather self-knowing, you may experience a sense of quickening as synchronicities occur repeatedly and in rapid succession. This is a sign that the universe wants you to find its source. Become thrilled without the seeking and present without the attachment. The girl is striding out purposefully, holding a silver staff atop with clear quartz, her connection to the divine. The ram symbolizes seeking and fulfillment. There is a longing to uncover and to lead, but the ego must be mastered to release any beliefs that obstruct her path. It can be incredibly exciting for you to find yourself on a journey where the quickening starts and you notice yourself on a trail of self-discovery at every moment. Rejoice in the experience and try to stay in the present. without seeking or constructing a story. You'll find the uncovering, excuse me, the uncovering most extraordinary than you've ever thought possible. So as you are going on with your self-discoveries, with everything that you have been working on throughout this time period, you're going to see an acceleration as to things progressing. Let's take a look at the Practical Magic Oracle. Acceptance and courage. So you're going to need some courage when you're moving along this path, and you have to be able to accept what you figure out and what you find in this situation, okay? The Shaman Oracle card is Lightning. And all I can think of is that lightning is a buildup of static electricity that is in the atmosphere, and when the pressure is so great, it finally releases. And I think that is actually very gosh, my brain just went blip. It's very coincident with the situation. You know, the quickening is something that's going to be happening really fast, right? So lightning tends to do that as well. Once it's finally happened, it breaks free from where it's been held up, right? Let's see. Life has given you life has gifted you with a destiny that is in alignment with your passion and in harmony with the existence on Earth. Now lightning has come to jolt you into accepting your destiny. Let this initiation release what is in the way of your fulfilling your life purpose. Otherwise, you'll be bound to your karmic fate. This is time for courage and being daring. So carry on, you know, and don't hold on to it. Like this meaning, when I read the meaning for this one, it said don't hold on to it. Just let it flow. Let it carry on. Things are going to be moving quick with you, pile one. Let's see. We have the hearth. So happiness in our hearts and homes. That's kind of self-explanatory, but I like her. She has nice poems in here as well. Take a quick look here, because I like to be as thorough as possible. So her little poem, the heart of every home, the fire that unites, winter's warmth centers, stories, love, and delights. So whatever is going to be happening very quickly is going to be in the home. Whatever, if you're moving, or if you are, you know, rediscovering your passion for, you know, the reason why you love your home, you know, it's definitely going to have something to do with home, family. Maybe you're moving back home to be with family finally, now that we're able to move around again. Yeah. Whatever it is, though, you're going to need a little bit of detachment and courage, because it's not going to be the same as when you left, if that makes any sense. Now let's get a little bit of clarification with that one, because I think what's going to happen with their home. Okay. The Queen of Wands is going to be, oops, this guy just came flying out as well, and the Ten of Wands is going to be a bit of a burden, and there is going to be creativity when you go back home, though. Don't take it as a burden, though. When you do go back, there's going to be some work to be done. I keep thinking that you're going back. It's going to be something that you're going to need to be creative with. Yeah. Yeah, and you're going to have to figure out how to make this not be a burden to you. Okay. So moving on, we're going to do the Lovers cards. You've got 2 cards for this one, so let's see if they contradict each other or are in sync with each other. Okay, so the first one with the woman who is a branch and then turns into a snake. It's kind of interesting. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Okay, that's very interesting. That makes me think that whatever you are going home to, you're walking away from something else. So whatever's not working out for you, you feel you need to go back to the beginning. And then this one is transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Okay, kind of contradicting, but I don't think that this has to do with the partner on this one. This one is, there's something going on with your home life, or you're going home and you're going to be stronger in the end when this gets figured out. Alright, let's see what the tarot cards are. This is the Revelations tarot. Let's see, we got 7 of Pentacles in reverse, we have Death, and we have the Chariot. Okay, so yep, there's definitely a lot. There's movement, transformation, and you feel powerless. There's a bit of a struggle with the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're gonna feel anxious about this situation, but that actually makes a lot of sense. You still need to be pushing forward. You're not happy with the way things are going right now. So we're gonna do this as past, present, future. Okay, so in the past, aka the present, you are, oops, so sorry, I'm just trying to make it so it's not glary. There we go. So right now you are not happy with what's going on. You have anxiety, the work that you're putting out is not being appreciated. You just need a big change of pace going on there. And you will get one. Death is actually a transformation card. As you can see, this is the Kali, she is the destroyer, and then you have the baby here, which is bringing on. So there's going to be an upheaval with your situation, and you need to keep pushing forward. You need to keep moving forward and not be, and go with the flow. Take charge, understand where you need to be. Know that it's not always going to work out, so give yourself a little bit of a barrier. You're going to have a nice transformation going on in the middle of all of this. So you're going to be moving on, and then bam, you're going to be hit with a nice emotional quickening and transformation. There's a lot of transformation here going on. So it's going to be quick. It's going to be involving the home. You need to not feel burdened by it, and you need to have the courage and accept the change, because you have the power to deal with it. And yeah, you're going to be moving forward. You just need to be paying attention to where you are moving forward to. These two are going in different directions, and this guy is facing out somewhere else. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for pile 1. If you have any comments or questions, please go ahead and do that in the comment section. And but for now, I will see y'all next week. And moving on to pile number 2. Alright, hi pile number 2. This is your reading for this week. I'm kind of doing a harvest theme, as I said in the beginning. If you pick this pile, it's going to resonate with you. If not, then pick another pile. This is my clarifiers, the Lonely Dreamers Tarot. And let's see what we have in store for the Universal Folk. So we got expansion, ritual, dance, feast, and fire. And it's a new book, so I'm kind of just flipping through it's a new deck, so I'm flipping through the book. So look to the 4 elements today to cleanse, expand, and rejuvenate. Make some time to celebrate the new day wrapped in the cloak of Eve. The woman painted in the sun and moon. The woman paints the sun and the moon in bright colors and bathes in the magic of new beginnings. Bring together feasts and fire to energize and consume the old. Dance the circle to complete a phase and cut the ribbons joined to old ties and vows. May the fox guide you sure-footedly and confidently down the path of new adventures and loving intent. Sometimes a little ritual can give the boost you need. This practice is with intent rather than thought. Intent is a wonderful instigator that lets outcomes fly freely. Bring water, fire, air, and earth into your routine today to balance and energize with beautiful and loving intent. And red jasper stone will ground you safely in any ritual space. So that's very sweet. That's actually just, reminding you that everything is a balance. So in your expansion time frames, you need to balance out what you are doing. All right, let's take a look at next card. Then we have the giveaway, and the giveaway is it's a card about balance. You want to be able to give away your time and energy without depleting yourself. I've done this card before, but I just want to double check. It's difficult for you to set limits on how much you give of yourself. If you give more than is healthy, then you will not be able to give for long. You feel resentful with your partner or associates, or you'll feel like the world owes you something in return. So start giving yourself first and foremost. Offer yourself the care, love, the time, and acceptance that you're longing for. Once you experience plenty, then you can truly give to others. So saying it's offer to life without attachment. Offer something without expecting anything back as well. So when you're not depleting your energy, you're able to give a little bit more, but give something that's not just a material value. You want to give your time, you want to give your attention, and you want to not really ask for anything in return, and that's what that is saying. Let's see here. So, this was funny. make sure to take the spreads out of this because he has wonderful spread cards in his decks. Well, I thought I got rid of them all, so I'm shuffling along. I end up flipping over one of the spreads. I don't remember which one. I was like, oh, goodness gracious. Now, mind you, I didn't really look, but I looked because it was popped up. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to shuffle that. So I shuffle again, and then this one pops out. So what this is telling me is that there needs to be some form of structure when it comes to whatever you are doing. So balance, structure in the balancing. And then we have the Book of Shadows, which is your lineage and your roots. And that is grounding. Roots are very grounding. So I wouldn't just take, because we have water and earth, I wouldn't just take those as face value. I would take it more as like a metaphorical, see how he has specific spreads and questions. It's very methodical. It's very like strict as to what's going on there. So with your lineage and roots, you need to look back at what your family has done. Shadows. And write things down. It says you have all that you need. It has all been passed down to you from your ancestors. Tap into your lineage and get in touch with your roots. Yeah, roots, ancestors, write down things that you already know, or you already have a book of shadow or a journal that you've been keeping. Reference it every once in a while, and you know, give yourself that structure and grounding. All right, and then we have Wintner, this sacredness of pausing, and that actually falls really well with not giving away all of your power, all of your energy to everybody else. The moment where you can take time and pause and reflect for yourself is so important. It just reminds you that you do need that pause. And the poem for this card, lightly I step, for the earth falls asleep, a lullaby to rest and pause, the soul's secrets to keep. It's time to let go. It's time to let what no longer serves you die away. There, where it seems natural and right to let things that have been bothering you for some time die back. Take real action to change those things. Anything that is super furious, extra, and burdensome, release it. So it's time to release whatever is holding you hostage with constantly feeding into. Let's see. What is the burden? Okay. Not being fulfilled emotionally. Always wondering what else could be going on. Yeah. Okay, how can we release what's not? Okay. You need to get out of your head about it. So yes, you need to release what is not beneficial to you, but you need to stop worrying about not moving forward and not being happy. There's a saying that says, I'll be happy when, and we in the spiritual community have realized that we'll be happy when it never actually will happen, because we'll always be setting the bar up higher and higher. So we need to be happy now. We need to be happy in the present moment, and you need to get out of your head about it and realize that maybe it's time to start writing a journal, and just, a couple things that you're grateful for. Everybody has something that they are grateful for, and this will help you get out of this little slump of not being happy with your situation and releasing the energy that you no longer need to have. So with our Lover's card, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. That is putting all of these pieces together. Spending time with yourself, writing in your journal, and realizing what you have going on is good for you. Okay. And then you have extra cards as well. So you have the Four of Wands twice, but they're kind of like negating each other, because this one is a happy card. Then you have the Moon of Intuition and Wonderment. The Six of Wands in reverse, which looks like you're going to have to be defending your honor. And then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You're still figuring out exactly where you need to be going with all this. You want to be happy, and you will be happy once you get out of your head here. And then the Moon is about intuition. And to fulfill what you need to be, what you have goals for, what you have dreams for. But you need to take the time to be by yourself and know that you're going in the right direction. Alright, so a little bit of journaling, a little bit by alone time, a little bit of hermit time. You need to be learning, mastering the puzzle of yourself. And don't be worried about what other people say, because it's your time. Like, you don't give it away. It's your energy. You do what you want with it, but don't be afraid to not be happy. You'll be happy now. You'll be happy when you figure out what you're actually grateful for and what you're actually stepping into as your goals, as your dreams and aspirations. Yeah. Alright guys, if you liked this reading, please leave me a comment. If it resonated with you, please leave a comment as well. And I'll be moving on to the next pile. I'll see you all next week. Alright, hi pile number 3. This is your weekly reading. If you pick this pile, then it resonates with what you're feeling. Let's get into it. So we're going to look at the Universal Folk Oracle. You actually received 2 in this pile. So the first one is Crystalline, Energy, Wonder, Alive, Beauty. And then the other one is Balance, Harmony, Equilibrium, Centered, Calm. Alright, so with every pile I've been reading out of the book, trying to see if I could get any cues, but so these let's see, the energy and synergy of nature and all things that manifest will point to a greater communication with self. Be gently aware of the subtle energies in all things and be in wonder of creation. The girl accepts the wonderful gifts of nature, the company of our silent sentient beings, the power of the amethyst and citrine to balance higher and lower vibrations, and the spectrum of the rainbow touching down to light the earth. These are all great reminders of the perception and vision of our glorious senses to work with. It is time to celebrate the aliveness and energy vibrating through our cosmos. Bring awareness into each observation today or this week. So know that everything is interconnected. So balance. Okay, address balance today by operating in the now. Take time for just being as well as doing. This kind of reminds me of pile number 2. Pile number 2 had a lot of like give and take and balance and don't give away your energy where it's not necessary. You know, when you need to be taking care of yourself. So yeah, so this kind of it's resonated quite a bit for that pile. Take time for just being as well as doing, and find that time gives over to an inner harmony when you recalibrate the scales. The girl enjoys the escape of the mountains to recalibrate. She wears colors for high energy and creativity while carrying a small grounding stone in her neck pouch. Like snowflake obsidian, the scales represent the constant tilt to and fro to be mastered. Her quiet feline companions guide her to a place of stillness to become centered again. Today requires a moment to address the balance between being and doing. You might be feeling a little overwhelmed with things that need your attention. Allow the attention to become internal for a short while. Relax and do something that brings pleasure, or simply breathe and meditate if you feel inclined to. The task will still be there, but by tipping the scales in your favor, you will find they become easy to manage and complete now. So it's pretty much like work smarter, not harder. Like if you're like busy doing work and busy working, you're not actually like progressing anywhere, then, you know, it's good to just like step away from that for a little while and calibrate yourself. Alright, the Shaman Oracle for this week is Thunder, which is kind of interesting because lightning came up in the first pile. Thunder is generally just the noise that comes after the lightning has struck. Is the release of all that tension from the lightning. So when thunder comes into your reading, it refers to a big dramatic change that feels like a herd of wild bison on the run. You feel it right through your bones, and you know that you are powerless to influence whatever events have been set in motion. This is a time to be prepared for anything. Your life is an adventure, and wonderful opportunities are arriving now. The trick is to learn to run with them, so go with the flow. Qualities that you'll need now more than ever are flexibility, dexterity, and the willingness to experience it all without dictating from where and in what form opportunities will come. Your destiny is arriving. Be ready. So bend and weave, be in harmony, and your energy is going to be flowing. your destiny's calling, and you need to be flexible with it. Alright, let's see what that might entail here. So yeah, okay, so we got new beginnings, emotionally new beginnings. We have the Hermit, and he is knowledgeable. He's ready to come out of his little hiding hole. And then Knight of Wands. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of energy going on, a lot of movement with this newfound energy you got going on. Yep, you're gonna be wanting to keep moving, and you're gonna want to keep on going, but you need to not do it as busy work. Be smart about what you're working on this time, and just don't be draining yourself for nothing. But great opportunities are coming ahead. Alright, and it's going to be magical. So Halloween is a magical time. Celebrate magic and indulge in the traditions that are meaningful and personal to you. Consider sharing these with others as a way of bringing light and warmth to them too. Take the opportunity on the next new moon or next moon or Sabbath to really connect with your magic. Use your chosen method and preferred ritual. Magic, traditions, rituals. Whatever is going on is going to be very magical, and you're going to be happy that you didn't just, run on a hamster wheel continuously. Alright, and then there's the death card for the Halloween Oracle. It says the eternal cycle begins here. And that's true. We are always going in a pattern. We're always going in a circle. Energy does not ever die. It just gets transformed into something else. And that's what we are. We are energy. It says, do not be afraid if you pull the death card. It simply means that something is falling away or will do so. So you can begin strongly afresh. There is a great power in this clearing. If you pull this card, it says if you pull it at Halloween, it's stronger. The poem, "'Tis not the end, though I may pass in the night, I get to do my time over, although you might get a fright." So that's the poem for that. I feel you guys were going to question, like, what is the new beginning? So let's see if we can get an answer. What is the new beginning for pile number 3? Okay, it's not gonna be a struggle figuring it out, that's for sure. So you probably already know what it is. I mean, Bob's your uncle, I don't know, but let's see. They're not having trouble figuring out what is it. Okay. You're going to be searching for it. It's going to be something that, this is a bonus card from this deck, and it's going to fulfill your world. So whatever is falling away and is going to be new is going to be very good for you. You already know what it is. And the Seeker came up. I think this is more for me, because you're already been seeking for it. You already know what you need, and it's going to be good for you. So whatever you have in your mind's eye, know that that's going to be a good opportunity, and it's going to end in good results. The world is your oyster at this point. So with your love card, your lover's card, we have 2 lovers and a dove right here. And it says, twin flames, your passion ignites. I don't necessarily believe in twin flames, in like lovers in particular. Yes, there's many different people who can be your twin flame, as like your best friends, or just people you work with, you get along really well, but it has nothing to do with lovers necessarily. So your passion ignites. That's a little excessive. Let's see, what kind of passion is it? Is it, let's see, what kind of passion is it? Project number 3. Dreamer. Another bonus card. You guys are getting all the bonus cards. So the Dreamer, this is Buddha. Udon painted him. He is sitting there with all of his visions in his atmosphere. So your passion is something that is a dream of yours, and you're going to be seeking how you're going to get that accomplished. And when you do, because you're not indecisive anymore, you know what you want to do, and you're gonna go gung-ho about it, but stop the hamster wheel. Like, you need to let it rest, take a moment, and take a breath, enjoy where you're at, take some time for yourself, and the answer will find you, and it'll be good. It'll be good. All right, guys. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Hit the like button if this resonated with you, and I will see you all next week. Bye.